What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Blab. I appreciate you stopping by. Without further ado, let's blab. Yeah, we're talking about Destined Rivals, and no, I'm not going to post a video every time this goes up $5 and down $5, like all of our friends here on YouTube. But I did want to talk a little bit about it because there seems to be this idea that because it bounced from like 350 to 360, that this is stabilizing and it's found its floor, and that this is the time to buy in. And if this is not a good time to buy in and it drops more, you can dollar cost average in, or if it drops more, you just have to wait longer and blah, 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 blah. How about you just wait a couple of months and you can buy this for MSRP? You will be able to walk into a card show and pay $170, $180 in cash, which is what you're paying MSRP plus tax at a store anyway. Okay, let's move on. We're going to be talking about these cards, the best arts of all time. Newsflash, they're not the best arts of all time, not even close. This Cynthia's Garchomp is pretty interesting conceptually and whatnot. People saying this Ethan's Ho-Oh is like the greatest art of all time while he's just like squatting and like laying a deuce on this guy's head. I don't think so. Team Rocket's Mewtwo, you just got Mewtwo kind of floating there. Anyway, we'll get into it, but I think the best card in this set, not investment advice, like literally just my personal favorite, is this Team Rocket's Meowth right here. I kind of like the cartoony cards. This is one of my favorite cards of the era, and yes, it comes from one of the worst sets, Stellar Crown. But, I like cards like this. It goes with the Bulbasaur, and as well as that Charizard promo, which that Charizard promo was, going crazy at one point. The Pokemon Center one was like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not 1,000 plus for the PSA 10. Anyway, moving on. I was looking at Metagross because you got to pass the Metagross test, right? Like when you look at these cards in general, are any of the arts as good as this Metagross? I know some of these are textured, this isn't textured, but you're looking at a phone screen or a computer screen, so you're just going to look at the artwork, right? And obviously it's subjective, but I don't care because I'm Blab and I'm blabbing. So, this card is fantastic, right? Does not get a Gen 1 bias because it's a Gen 3 Pokemon. You got multiple of them. He's kicking up the snow. You got, different things going on in the background, good color, whatever. Are any of these as good as them? I don't think so, personally. But moving on, Team Rockets, Mewtwo. Yeah, we gotta bounce from 330 to 380. Okay, so like literally this entire bounce right here is less than the percentage that if you walked into a card shop they would offer you, meaning they're offering you 60%, 70% cash, right? So if you sold it for 380 at that percentage, you're not even getting covered there. But it's found its new low, and it can only go higher, right? Even that's the first print, and they're gonna be printing this forever and ever and ever. Not forever and ever, but they're printing this for 2 more years. So I don't know. Is the supply of this card going up or down? We know how it works. This is not hard. I'm repeating stuff we already know, right? But oh, wow, this card, not a $500 card. Let's see what it's actually going for, right? $387. $387 for a near mint copy of this. If you're buying this at the exact same price when you can get this in a near mint condition, you are domeless. Just absolutely domeless. I mean, cards like this, near mint, there's a range of near mint, right? So buying on TCG Player with no pictures or anything like that, kind of hairy. But all things being equal, near mint copy of this, are we goofy goobers, or we're all in agreement, right? We're all in agreement. I mean, Cynthia's Garchomp, it's falling. This is not stabilizing, right? And if you watch my previous video talking about Cynthia in particular, actually Garchomp, comparing it to the Garchomp cards, I said it would actually be a really strong market indicator if at pre-sale this was at 300 and it can hold at 200 or above. It's kind of, it's trading kind of sideways between 195 and 205, right? So not bad, but again, I think this, Mewtwo is such name value, but this is the chase card of the set. For 50% of people, I think they'd rather, all things being equal, if everything was the same price, this would be the chase card right here for sure. Moving on, Ethan Soha, couple of guys on YouTube that said this is the best art of the era. I don't know on what planet. If you're paying $150 for this card shipped, people are paying $200 plus for this pre-sale. Guys, this is a $45, maybe a $50 card. Okay, moving on. Team Rocket's Moltres. Super overrated card again. I feel like I always rag on the arts, but like some of them are just really bad. Like I'll give props where props are due. Like conceptually, this is like a great card. This is phenomenal. Like if this surpassed Mewtwo and was a $5, $6, $7, $800 card, and the Mewtwo fell down to like 200, I'd totally be cool with that. I think this could be the chase of the set, right? This could be like an illustration rare. Like there's nothing like, I don't know. I did not see this one in person, so I can't interpret the texturization. Okay, guys, like moving on. The Moltres, it's kind of cool. It's just so much of the art is taken up by this fire. I do like kind of the cityscape. Conceptually, it's cool. Tells a story. I like that. Moltres does look a little like twacked out though. Like I don't know. I'm not, if you get anything from this video, don't buy any Destined Rivals at market price. If you can find anything at MSRP, or if you want to rip packs and get it at MSRP, cool. But like, if you're buying these cards or sealed product at the current market, I mean, you're a goofy goober. You would think I like this card because it's, kind of similar to that Squirtle and the cartoony sort of nature. Not at $115. Like, I don't like this card at $115 when I can get, more copies of the Squirtle at $50, right? I mean, there's just not great detail. And, same thing with the, where do we see this chart? With the Mewtwo, right? Similar sort of chart. I mean, great. Like, it literally doesn't mean anything. Like, we're a week after release. Why am I even making this video? Anyway, we all know what happens to gold cards, right? Like, the one gets super hyped up. It's like 75 to like, I don't know, what was the Surging Sparks Pikachu at? Like $300 like the week of release. And then they just crash and burn, right? Like, we know this. Team Rocket's Crobat. Unfortunately, all illustration rares are absolutely cooked because we're getting 150 out of Black Bull and White Flare. So these are all just going to be kind of like Garbo, just kind of no value, sort of like the the poor trainer galleries, right? The trainer galleries that are $3, $4, $5. That's where all illustration rares are going. Even my beautiful Metagross. Unfortunately, none of these will, or the vast majority of them will not hold this. Same thing goes for Ethan's Typhlosion, which has exploded from $36 to $55 because this is just like a must-have card, guys. Like it's like. It's so good. The setting, like where they're standing, like it's amazing. They're just getting like blasted with like just colors. It's so good. This is, what's my price prediction? Like by the end of the summer, this is sub $20. And Misty, $55. I mean, same thing, sub $20. Anyway, thank you for coming by. I am your Hyper Bear. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like not even bearish. Like, I think if you get it at MSRP, that's great. I mean, if you get it at MSRP right now and you can walk down the street and sell this for $250, like, good on you, right? Who could really fault you for that? But for the guys that are buying in at $260 or buying like 4 of them and thinking they're getting a deal at like $240 to someone that's offloading them, come talk to me when this is a $500 box. Come talk to me in 2033 when this is $600, $700, $800, right? Because all these boxes are going to be like $800 in 2 years, even though in 2 years they'll still be printing more Destined Rivals boxes. See you in the next one.